3. Yeah, I think we're getting into the newer area. Isn't it beautiful back here? Beautiful oak trees, birds singing. This must be the newer section.
Yeah, look at those trees.
Isn't that gorgeous? I wish I'd brought my main camera. Oh well.
Yeah, these are 1900s here.
Wonder how some holds. Oh look, Worm Hills.
Yeah.
Hardly ever see that in Canada.
20.
These look like 1800s and something. God, they're so old and faded. Goodness gracious. Can't. What's this one say? It's 1800 and something. Mary Marsh. 1800 and something.
1876.
The new church is where Stacy was christened.
In the new church?
Yeah.
Marion was married in the old church.
Yeah.
Oh, primrose. Look at that. Primroses.
Huh. Claire would love the daisies.
Yeah, we used to go out.
I don't know why they don't grow in Canada like that.
No, they're tall. Bigger daisy.
Yeah.
In North America's got to be bigger. Grandma used to love cowslips. She had them in our front garden. Get them in blocks like that, like a group. They look really pretty. The older ones would probably be out front.
Yeah.
He died in 1705.
1705 for that one, 1718 for that one.
Yeah, so he
when
was born in the 1600s.
when was the United States founded? Wow. Now, I can't tell the date on that, but that's got a skull and crossbones at the top.
Yeah, it does.
You would almost think that's like a plague victim.
No, it might be.
Yeah, there's definitely no date that I can see on it.
Back's well away.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, these are all 1800s. What's that?
It says Blackbeard.
Blackbeard. Yeah, these are a more modest date. 1898. Oh yeah, these are all fairly recent, 1906. 1885.
Our destination on the Wednesday of our trip was the Royal Navy Submarine Museum in Gosport. And this is an incredible museum dedicated to the history of submarines. It's close to HMS Dolphin, which is a major submarine base. It's also unique because it has the HMS Alliance there, which is a submarine built near the end of World War II, and you can go on board the sub and explore it. Aunt Yvonne worked there many years ago. So Dave hadn't seen it in a long time, and there were also a lot of upgrades since I had been there, as well as the addition of the Holland 1.
Now that was a recording of an exercise that took place way back in the 60s, and they obviously weren't trying to sink the boat, it was only a training exercise, and those depth charges we estimate went off about a mile and about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile away from the boat. This is the sound of just one of these two engines firing up and running. Only one. All the rockers, of course, would be thundering up and down. You've got vibration going all the way through the boat. We're on the surface. It's not always calm. You're going to be rocking, you're going to be rolling. And that's only one engine. Imagine what it's like if they were two. Becomes impossible, absolutely awful. You cannot wait for someone to press that klaxon and dive the boat.
We are inside the Holland 1, the Royal Navy's first ever submarine, built by John Holland. It's called the mother of all submarines because it was the first. Sank in 1913 and was underwater for 60 some odd years. And they pulled it off the sea bottom and it's been fully restored. That's the torpedo hatch. And now I'm standing inside of it. Incredible. If you're into maritime history, this is kind of holy grail of submarines. And there's the hatch up at the top there. Incredible. To think this thing sat on the bottom for 60 years and saw service in World War I. Amazing. Let's go back towards the torpedo tubes. Show you from outside too. It's from outside. It's the I went inside. There's a door on the other side, you can go inside of it. So this is the submarine museum in Gosport. This is the actual captain's cabin from the HMS Conqueror, which was a British sub that sank ships in the Falklands War in 1982. So this has actually been salvaged from that submarine. This is his actual desk. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
The Argentinian carrier group apparently out to the northwest about 250 miles, and the Lozano group out to the south.
On Thursday and Friday of our trip, we had two important things to do. On Thursday, we traveled to Church Crookham to see my Uncle John, who's my grandmother's brother, so I guess he'd be my great-uncle. And that was an interesting trip, thanks to the GPS or sat-nav that we had. It and I had a little bit of a disagreement, and I ended up getting lost in the countryside. But it was a happy lost, I guess you could say. The countryside was absolutely gorgeous. We're driving through some beautiful villages with thatched cottages, and it was just really, really a lovely country drive. Meeting my Uncle John was really a great pleasure. I've never met the man before that I can recall, and it was very interesting to be talking to someone again from my grandmother's generation, and I know Dave enjoyed the visit as well. On Friday, Dave and I visited Portsmouth Historic Dockyard. Gosport sits on a horseshoe-shaped harbour, and on one side you've got Gosport, on the other you have Portsmouth. And this was something I was really looking forward to. I haven't traveled in the Gosport ferry back and forth between Gosport and Portsmouth in a long time. And not only would it be a chance to get out on the water, but also a chance to see some really great naval history over there in the historic dockyard with all the museums. And it was another fantastic day where Dave and I got to spend some quality time together.
Where the hell did they hold it? Wembley. Wembley Stadium. Watched them racing. No boat here.
No, we just missed it.
How come there's no boat here?
I don't know.
Right in front of the pub. All them apartment blocks all new. And that thing there, whatever it is new. What is that?
What's what?
That thing behind the sail.
I think that's the Gunworth thing, all those stores. Yeah.
That tall sort of cigar thing?
Oh, that? Yeah, that's new. I don't know what that is.
There's a cigarette and stuck in the ground. Yeah, the actual Sally port over there is still there.
Yeah.
And Dolphin's right opposite. The gap in the harbour is still the same. And that little beach, see that little beach at the front there?
Yep.
That's where Charlie was in the movie, Cockleshell Heroes.
Is that Spitbank out in the distance?
Eh?
Which one is that? Is that Spitbank?
Yeah, right up there.
Yeah.
Amazing, actually, because they got freshwater wells on them.
Really?
Yeah. How the hell they ever drilled down the fresh water there, I haven't no idea. They're so much different. I can't believe the difference.
Yeah, they're a lot bigger.
Oh yeah, the old boats were only half the width of this. Under the steering was the engine room. They took out all the steam engines and dumped them on the shore down the creek and put in diesels. That got rid of 2 crew members, and they only had 2 crew members left. They had one guy that used to do, who was a skipper, would do all the steering, and one guy used to go run along and put the ropes over to pull her in. He'd run from the back and throw the rope over, and then he'd run to the front, throw it like a lasso onto the bollard. Then pull it in by hand and wrap it around the bollard on the boat. When he went away again, he did the same thing in the opposite direction. Exactly like that, parked alongside the Vanguard. We used to go out there on a boat and get on it and fish.